Hello there, my name is Seun Oginni. I am passionate about seeing you succeed both in your family and financial lives. Marriage, they say, is sweet, but it depends on the cutlery with which you eat it. Too many people today are married but frustrated. Too many people are married but they want to go back to being single. Today, I want to share with singles 10 things they must know before getting married. 10 things they must know before getting married. Number one, your spouse to be has a mystery side that only time and circumstances will unveil. This mystery side, you will never discover it during courtship, no matter how long the duration is. For example, you can never tell whether your spouse will be able to give birth to children once you are married. You will never tell how your man will react if by any chance you are unable to give birth to children the first 2, 3, 4, 5 years of marriage. You will never know. You will never know what his or her response will be. How they will react, you will never know. Only circumstance and time will reveal that. So expect that. Don't assume that you know everything about your spouse before getting married. That's a lie. There are several things you get to find out. Probably you have not slept together in the same house. If it's snores or not, you don't know. You will find out in the marriage. So there are baggages in your spouse that you will not be aware until you get married. So when you get married, don't be disappointed, don't be appalled, don't be distraught when you begin to see new things unveil as the marriage progresses. Number two, you must be ready to build capacity before settling down in marriage in order not to be a liability to your spouse. You have to be capable of complementing your spouse. I'm talking about if are you the man or you're the woman, you have to build capacity to complement your spouse. So if your spouse is bringing X amount of money, you must be capable enough to generate X amount of money. You must be able to complement each other. And if your spouse is doing this, you must have the skill set to do some other things just to complement each other. So when your spouse is not at home, you must have the capacity to keep the home intact and together. Build capacity before getting married. How many books have you read about marriage? That subject of marriage. How many books have you read about it? How many seminars have you attended? It's unfortunate that many people get into marriage today without knowing anything about marriage. Build capacity for marriage so that you will be a good complement to your spouse. Number three, you have to deal with certain negative mindset that you have built over time through your negative experiences. What am I saying? So you have had a relationship in time past that ended badly. So you have now moved that experience into your new relationship. You have used that negative experience to build certain expectations in your new relationship. You expect that this man that you are now with must act in certain ways because of the experience that you have in your previous relationship. You have made up your mind that this is how you are going to behave in your new relationship because of the experience you had in the previous relationship. Do not put unnecessary expectation on your spouse to be based on the experience you have had in time past. Some people expect their spouse to act like their father. Some people expect their wives to act like their mother. I'm glad to let you know that lady will never be your mother, will never act or behave like your mother. That guy will never act like your father because they are different. They are different. So you must know this. You cannot bring a negative mindset into your new marriage. You will only destroy it. So somebody has disappointed you in time past, please forget it and move forward. You have learned your lessons, yes, but do not punish, because many people end up punishing their new partners based on the offenses that they have recorded in their previous relationships. So let the relationship go. Let this one as a new breath of life and just move on with God's wisdom and with God's speed. All right. Number 4. In spite of how compatible you are, you must know that you are different. The fact that you are compatible in certain places does not mean that you're 100% the same in your opinions, in your interests, and in your values. It is your differences that makes you whole. So because both of you can sing does not mean both of you will have equal level of interest in certain subjects. So you both sing does not mean that you must both love football. So your compatibility does not suggest that in everything you will be the same. No, your differences will be so obvious that you'll be surprised, especially when you get married, when you begin to know yourself the more. Number 5, know this: compatibility is not measured by emotional connection. When you are determining whether you are compatible or not, do not allow your emotional sentiments to play up. Be realistic. Your compatibility is measured by how much your personalities align. Compatibility is born out of personality alignment. It is not connection that you have seen in the place of your emotions. Don't say because I've fallen in love, I love his height, I love his looks. No, that's not compatibility. When we are looking at compatibility, we are saying, is a silent person. Do I align with this personality? Is a social person, very social. Can I live with this? It talks too loud. Can I cope? Do I like this? Is a religious person. Am I a religious person? These are the places that we are talking about when we are measuring compatibility. Can we sync? Can we work together? Bible says, can two work together except they agree? What are those? In what fronts have you agreed? In what fronts have you noticed alignments that you can talk, that you can work, that you can move together in the same direction? Number 6, you must know the differences between love and attraction. Fine, you have someone that you want to settle down with, but are you certain that you are in love with that person? Are you certain that what you have is not just attraction? Because by love we mean you are ready to give up anything just to please that person. You are ready to die if you have to. Love is sacrifice. Attraction is born out of personality satisfaction. I am pleased with this person. I am pleased with what he has to offer. I am pleased with what he has. I am satisfied by his looks. I am satisfied by her looks. I am satisfied by his vision, by his destination. But love says, I am ready to give my all for this person. I'm ready to sacrifice my right. I'm ready to be patient to see this person grow. I'm ready to be kind to this person. I'm ready to persevere even when I'm not getting what I'm supposed to get. Don't forget that love is a provision made by God to complement our insufficiencies, our inadequacies. Love is not needed when everything is perfect. Love is a provision for imperfection. So you must ask yourself, do I love this person? Because once you get married, what will drive your marriage essentially to fruition is love. Attraction fails. It is love that never fails. The Bible says, too many waters cannot quench the fire of love. So you must be able to answer the question, do I love this person? Am I just attracted to this person? Of course, attraction and love must work side by side all through the life of the marriage. But you must know that you love this person. You must know that you are just attracted to this person. So there is a difference, a world of difference between love and attraction. There's another thing you must know, that a good man does not equal to good marriage. The fact that this man is good when it comes to, she's in the choir, she sings well. The fact that she has a good voice does not mean that she can be a good wife. So you must look beyond the good sides of the lady. It's a prayer warrior. We have seen many prayer warriors who beat their wife well at home. So you must get beyond, you must go beyond. The guy is good, the lady is good, the sister is beautiful, she does well in church. No, you have to go beyond that, because those kind of goodness does not necessarily result to good marriage. That is a good pastor, is a good chorister, a good prayer warrior, a good worker in church, does not mean it's going to be a good husband material. So look beyond that and get to know what you need to know. All right. Another thing you must do before getting married is, if there is any critical information that your spouse must know about you, please do not withhold it. Anything that your spouse will find out later in the future that will make him or her feel tricked into the marriage, please do not hold it back. You have had a child before, please don't keep it from your spouse. You are not certain if you're going to have a child. You are not certain if you are going to have a kid. Please tell your spouse. If he loves you, if she loves you, she'll go with you in spite of that. Do not withhold any critical information before getting to marriage. Another thing that singles must do before settling down is that they must agree on the choice of career that they want to pursue. You must agree on the number of kids you want to have. Things like city of residence. You must be able to agree that this is where we are going to be based. This is where we are going to settle down. Are you desiring to relocate out of your country to another country to settle down there? You must talk about these things, agree on these things. In fact, plan for them before settling down. Because when you get married, when you get settled, and you now start to argue on the number of children that you want to have. So one says, I'm done with 2. The other one says, I want 4. 2, 4, 2, 4. Before you know it, crisis will be erupting. So settle this matter before you get into the marriage. And finally, do not scorn medical compatibility. I'll say that again. Do not scorn medical compatibility. If your genotypes are not appropriate for marriage, please end the relationship. I'll say that again. If your genotypes are not compatible, please end the relationship. Do not ignorantly get into marriage, because ignorance is very expensive. Ignorance is very expensive. You will save yourself of destiny-sensitive stress in your marriage. You will save yourself of many burdens, of many trials, if you can just make this decision. Yes, she's beautiful, he's handsome. You are falling in love, in quotes, for him or her. But please, make sure you tick that box that your genotypes are appropriate for marriage. My prayer for you is that you will settle down happily. You will marry happily. Your marriage will not fail. Your marriage will not become burdensome. Your marriage will not become a marriage of stress. The Lord will bless you. The Lord will strengthen you, and He will grant you wisdom. He will grant you favor before God and men. If you have enjoyed this message, I would like to have feedback from you. You can send a mail to us on emails scrolling on your screen, and you can reach out to me on my phone number. Thank you so much. God bless you.